Oh, hello there and welcome to my vlog. I'm Georgina, the honest vocal coach. Today is Wednesday and I am doing my walk around the park. Now, today's video is all about your questions. I've had quite a few questions over the last couple of weeks and I thought I would spend time answering them. You'll probably see little blips of my life in between as well. It is Wednesday morning and I'm running late. I'm supposed to be at the skin clinic in 10 minutes time. I slept in. Well, I was awake early and then nodded off again. Anyway, I've come downstairs and I want to show you what Simon's done because this is what Simon had in mind. So we decided he would do it. It's brilliant. I don't want to change it now. I think it's brilliant. Yeah, he definitely wanted more of the 50s than I wanted the sophisticated, but I think it's brilliant. We should keep it like this. And since I didn't manage to make the covers, I think we should staple them on there. Use them as the covers. Isn't it good? Look! So we've got records up there. There's a guitar. This is Simon's design, by the way.
No, it's Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, Jimi Hendrix designed, but Simon did it. I'm not sure about the musical the electronics, Simon.
It's American.
I don't like the electronics, but and the knickknacks.
You don't like the knickknacks?
I don't like the knickknacks.
Well, it would just, they're all going back upstairs again. It would just, I wanted to fill it up and make it look American, messy. You know what I mean?
But the reg plates are brilliant. I love that, and I like the everything else, but not that.
Dolly Parton?
No, not Dolly. The drafts, the coins, the
Well, when you see them
anvil and the brass stuff and the sailors.
When you see them in Route 66, they've just got loads of tat everywhere, haven't
They have, yeah. That's true.
they? So I thought I'd just tat it all and then we can work from it. I didn't think you'd like it, to be fair.
It's brilliant. It's so colourful and fantastic. I really like it. I'm so late. But this is brilliant. Isn't it colourful and fantastic? I really like it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so much fun. And it's just bright and brilliant. Yeah, we should keep it like that. I was going all sophisticated, wasn't I? But it's just nice and fun. And bright.
Boring, aren't you? You're boring.
I was going boring, yeah.
It's sophisticated.
So, first question, how do you go about promoting your channels? Now, there is no name on this one, unfortunately, but I'm going to answer the question anyway. Now, what they're referring to as channels is their YouTube channels. I have spoken to this person before. I just don't remember the name, so apologies. Offering them advice on YouTube. So, I'm not going to give you a really long answer, but I do have, plug, a course, How to Become Successful on YouTube, which includes everything you need to know, from promotion, advertising, editing, setting up your channel, thumbnails, artwork, all of that stuff. So if you're interested in that, if you go on to honestvocalcoach.co.uk, you will see that there's a bunch of courses on there, and the course is there for you to do. Right, so social media is your friend in this case. You really want to ensure that you are on plenty of different sites. So Instagram, TikTok, X as it is now, try and be on as many as you can. You want to have a brand that links you on all of them. So you're obviously going to need to come up with a reasonably good logo and some good imagery, and try and come up with a colour scheme as well. So you've got a brand that runs through everything. Now, on the social media sites, not your YouTube, your social media sites, it's important to link them to your YouTube. Now, there is something I use which is really beneficial. It's called Linktree. Now, instead of putting all your links everywhere all the time, which is still valuable to be quite honest, is you use Linktree and you put all of your links on, all of it. And all you then do is put your Linktree link on, and people can have a look at everything, and then depending on what's going on, you adjust where it is in the list. So say you've got a giveaway, you put that at the top of the list so people see that first when they click on your Linktree link, and it's really valuable and it's free. Plus, if you want to make it a bit flashier, you can have your own imagery and stuff on it, but the basic version is spot on, very helpful. Now, consistency is absolutely key on YouTube. You must pick a schedule and stick to it. People expect your videos on certain days and they get excited about it, and you build a buzz. So you must pick a schedule and stick to it, whether it's once a week, once every 2 weeks, several times a week, whatever it is, you've got to stick to it. Now, timing as to when you post is also fairly important, but it really depends on your audience. If you've got an audience in the UK, for example, you might want to have it at tea time. If you've got an audience, it depends on where you're based and what it is that you're posting as to what time is a good time. Weekends are always a good thing, on a Friday afternoon, Friday evening, so people can watch it over the weekend. But there is a way on YouTube, and the statistics, it will tell you where the right time is. Plus, one other hint and tip for you, if this hopefully answers the question, I use vidIQ. Now, vidIQ is a website and a plugin for YouTube which will help you with your statistics. It helps design thumbnails. It helps give you keywords. It's really helpful. There is a free option or a paid option as well. I think I might be on a paid option, but sort of the smaller one. I find it incredibly valuable, especially when it comes to keywords when you are listing your video. So I would definitely suggest that. I do have a link for vidIQ, so I will put that underneath. So that's question number 1. I'm going to carry on my walk, and I'm going to answer the rest of your questions throughout this video. So I'm nearly done with my walk. It's the fastest walk I've ever done. I've done it in 50 minutes, including the lake. So 2 miles plus the lake. I don't know how far the lake is. I'm really impressed with that. Got some right speed up. It's not always about speed, it's about doing it, but I like to challenge myself from time to time. And my next big challenge is I'm doing a 12-mile walk in 2 weeks to Filey with Pontefract Walking Club. 12. I did 10. I'm sure we could do 12. As long as a bit more of it is on the flat. So I'm back from Morrison's and it was all right. They had bags. It's a miracle. Again, I forgot my bags and I meant to put them in the car. So I'm filming because... Oh, that's really good. So yeah, we've come to a compromise. A few of you have asked about this. Like, what are you trying to go for? Well, we're going for 50s now. We've compromised in the middle. I'm still going to do... Although I don't know at this point whether I'm doing the green for the seats or not. It's just really fun, isn't it? It's really fun. So he's added even more records while I was out, some reg plates, and he's put a guitar, another guitar on. This is a resonator guitar. It's fantastic. It's got the sound that we're looking for as well. Isn't it good? Look at that. It's brilliant, Simon. I think you should be very proud of yourself. Ha ha! You proud?
Yeah. You like it then?
And yeah, I really do. And my spider plant is okay. It's growing quite happily. I'm currently making a bag for bags. I've got this one at the moment, the Isle of Man. It's got plastic bags in. I'm going to make a green one so it matches this. I'm very pleased with it. It's looking eclectic. Let's just put it that way. So I'm in my new little 50s booth area. Simon has made me some lunch. Jacket, potato, tuna, mayonnaise. Did you use the lighter mayonnaise? Yes, you did. And lighter cheese on the top. I was going to have an omelette. We did say this on the phone. I said, you said, what do you want for dinner? I said, omelette. Don't pull up. You're supposed to make an omelette, and this is what I got. But it made it for me, so that's good. So, Guess what I bought today that I haven't bought since I was like 18? A pair of leggings. Leggings, I thought they'd be great for walking in because they're super comfortable. I still went for the 16 though, because having stretched the 14, I'm like, I'm not getting them. There's no way. So I went for the 16, and if they're a little bit big, I'll just roll them over. But I don't think my bum would get in these as a 14. It was just like, it didn't even stretch. Like, no one's getting in them. Anyway, I got leggings. I'm going to eat my lunch. I'm so close! So here, this bit, next to where the... You can just... So I'll start again. Here, next to the decking, there is a yellow square marked out, which is also going to be decking. Then past that, from here, I've just got to get this last bit up, but I've done all that lot, all that. So I would say I am now 70% done. Just got a bit left to do, and then it will be getting all the big stones out. And we will have a massive delivery of soil to cover it all, and we'll grow some grass. And over there is going to be a big sort of, I don't know how you would explain it, but it's going to be a higher area where it'll be concreted and we can put a table on it and sit over there. Obviously not all of that rubble is going to stay there, and this bit is going to be extra decking that comes out to where the yellow lines are, if you can just see them. So I've not much left to do, but I think I've had enough for today. I'm going to wash my hands because we are making pie. Actually, I am making pie. They're just going to sit and enjoy the pie. Hello, Alfie. Go wash my hands. Oh, hello. It is now Thursday afternoon, and I'm really cold. I had a blouse and a little cardi on, but I'm freezing. I think I'm overtired or just really tired, so I've just been up to get myself a top and a woolly jumper to keep me warm. I look a bit pale as well. I think I'm just a bit worn out. I've had a busy so many weeks with Eurovision and being away and stuff. I'm just feel cold and tired. Anyway, I left my camera at home today, so I couldn't take it with me to the shop to vlog anything. So I've got some things here that I want to show you that arrived today. So first off, I've got these two cute little bags, which have got hearts on the front of them for Katie Bear, and this comes from Susan. Here are a couple of Katie Bear bags. Hope they help swell the numbers and are okay. I use the bonding square pattern and have adapted it, and I hope they are the right size. Take care. My good wishes to you from Sue. So thank you very much, Sue. They are super cute. These are really good. I like the pattern of the hearts on the front of them. I'm not sure how you manage that, but it's great. And I got a weird delivery today. Just an envelope, no from or anything on it, padded envelope. Think it came from America, but I'm not entirely sure just by the stamps and stuff on it, so I don't really know. It had a Diana Ross CD in it, which is still sealed, so it's sealed brand new, I guess. The Ultimate Collection, and I used to have this. Don't know what happened to it, so thank you very much. And this is a bit weird. To Georgina, love Diana, a signed photograph. Have I really received a signed photograph from Diana Ross? Because that's all that was in the package. Isn't that crazy? So I can only assume that it is, but who knows? So if this is really from Diana Ross, that's pretty amazing. I have done Diana Ross reactions before, and I'm a big fan. I've listened to her music from Supremes through the Motown era, the modern stuff. Big fan. So, so thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm just now making some tea for Simon. I've eaten already. I was starving when I came in. I bought some protein powder that I love to go with, you've seen it that I used before, the salted caramel. They didn't have salted caramel, so I got the chocolate cookie. It's awful. I know, I just don't like chocolate flavour that is not chocolate. So, chocolate mousse, not a fan. Chocolate ice cream, no. Actual chocolate, yes. But anything, even hot chocolate, no. Real chocolate is the thing. So anyway, I got this cookie one. It's awful. So I didn't eat much this morning. So probably not had enough food today. So by the time I got home, I was starving. So I had bagel with prawns, with my super light mayonnaise, which is really nice, by the way. I do find that the full fat's just too creamy, and the light one I quite enjoyed, and I thought, well, the light's going to be like watery, but it's not. It's really nice. So I had that as well. And I might have a cup of tea, but I feel a bit dried out, a bit tired, and a bit cold this evening. But Diana Ross, oh, it's upside down. Diana Ross. So Simon's just got home and he's been sat at our table 5 having his dinner. I made him fish scampi with chips and mayonnaise. No curry sauce, it had run out and he didn't tell me. But now I've had to come out the kitchen because he said there's another surprise. So I don't know what it is, so I'm stood here waiting. I've got an idea for some shelves in the bathroom as well to put some plants on.
Oh, you have you?
I have. I'll show you where when you come upstairs. Oh, is this a tablecloth?
Yeah. So you'll have to wait a minute before I put it on.
Okay, I've got to wait for a minute till he puts it on. And there's Snacker Jacks all over the floor.
Oh, that was posh. There's Snacker Jacks all over the thing.
He was eating Snacker Jacks yesterday with cheese on. Kind of defeats the purpose of the Snacker Jack being, the rice cake being low fat and then putting cheese spread on it. Was it low fat cheese spread?
It depends what you mean by low fat. It was lower fat than cheese.
So I'm still waiting. I've just realised I was showing you the pots that I have not done yet. But I've been at the shop all day today. We've not been in that long. Oh, and while I'm waiting, this is the one that I got. It's awful. Chocolate cookie, smart protein plant. It's terrible. So I've got to find the salted caramel, but apparently Holland and Barrett have it, and there's one in Ponty, so I'll pick some up. And it's cheaper in there. Can I turn around now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice tablecloth. Look at that. That's very 50s.
You like it?
It's very nice. And you can wipe it clean, can't you?
Yeah, it's a proper tablecloth.
It's very busy, but we like it. Eclectic, that's how I see it. But I am going to do the green. I've decided definitely doing the green. Even though the stripes look really good, I think the green would just make the things on the walls more prominent rather than the stripy blanket. That's very good, Simon. I like that a lot. How much was the tablecloth?
$7.99.
For a tablecloth?
Yeah, but feel it.
Yeah, it is a proper thick thing. Isn't it good? It's to match the reg plates, I guess. I'm at Ponty Park. It is a Friday morning. It's about 8:45. I am in the shop today, but because I woke up really early, I thought I'm going to go and do my walk now before I go to the shop. It was really cold when I set off, so I've got a jumper and a jacket, but I've kind of been stripping off as I've walked around. I always find that. I get to a certain point and the jacket gets undone, then it comes off. Anyway, Simon wants square pizza for tea. Now, as you will remember, we used to get square pizza every Friday. The square pizza is from a place called Thrill of the Grill, and it's a very nice pizza. But I stopped eating it a long time ago because it's just not good for me. It wouldn't have helped my weight loss at all, so I stopped. So this morning, he was cleaning the kitchen. I was eating a very healthy omelette with a little bit of fake ham on the top, bit of barbecue sauce. I've been trying to avoid cheese if I can. And He said, do you fancy square pizza? I said, are you dropping off the cart or whatever you call it? He said, I just really fancied the pizza. We can have a treat now and again, can't we? And I thought, well, I already have Chinese as my treat. And I went to Pizza Express last week, which was fantastic, by the way. So good. Plus, not that calorific, which is a good thing. You can have a treat but not go nuts. I've noticed that about Taco Bell, Pizza Express and Nando's. Calorie wise, there's some really good options where you can still have something amazing and a bit indulgent, but the calories are, you know, I know it's not always about the calories, it's about the amount of fat in it and oil and stuff, but calories are pretty good. So I've said, yeah, you have it. So I've invited Liz. Liz said no. She said no, thank you. I'm like, oh no. That means Simon's gonna have 11-inch pizza, which is the smallest that they do, and then there's the 14, which is the family size. Simon this morning said, we can have 2 pieces each and it'll be a treat. And now I've come to think about it, can't do it. No, I've not come this far to just sin on. So birdie's banging its beak at me. I see that one regularly. It bangs its beak, clicks it. I don't know if it's a mating thing or what. It's fascinating. Plus I've noticed a few different birds that I've not noticed before here. So they must be, I don't know. It is a lovely place though, so I can understand why more birds appear. Anyway, back to the pizza. I can't do it. I can't do it. So what I thought I would do is go to Asda this afternoon before I go home after the shop and get like a wrap or a very low calorie flatbread. I've got tomato puree at home. I'll get some low fat cheese, which I think we've got some in the fridge, but I don't know how much. Apparently the lowest fat cheese is feta. Didn't know that. I love a bit of feta cheese, so I'm thinking a low calorie flatbread, just a small one, with tomato puree on, bit of salt and pepper, maybe, I don't know, something to give it a bit of zing, maybe some soy sauce or something that gives it a bit of zing, and a touch of feta on the top. I could even throw a bit of rocket on, which I've now discovered I don't mind, or a bit of broccoli or something like that, just to beef it up a bit, even if it's small. Why not? So I think I'm going to attempt a low calorie pizza tonight. So I will show you what I buy, and show you how I make it up, so I can still have pizza without sinning quite so much, because the ones that you order in, it's literally just cheese. There's a tiny bit of bread underneath and it's just cheese. So you're talking a lot of calories. Apparently your standard pizza is 300 calories per piece. Now with the pizzas that, you know, the square pizza, there's no way. There's got to be a lot more in it than that. So I think I'm going to do pizza, but a low fat version. He doesn't know yet. He thinks I'm having some of the square pizza, but there's no way. And if he doesn't eat it all, I'm sure he'll have it for breakfast the following day. And he has done well. I think he's lost nearly 2 stone now, which is fantastic. But I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping just for a bit of pizza. I'm going to continue on. I'll eat what is healthy for me, and you know, that I know is low in calories. And I've had someone on my vlogs going on about, but corn is processed and fish with batter on is processed. There's always going to be something that's a little bit processed in your meal, but you just make it a small amount. And I do it less often, so I try and stick to fresh. You know, organic and fresh is good. Anyway, just coming around this far corner, we've got some ducks here. Hello duckies. No swans at this side. Oh, sorry. Yeah, not seen this one before. Let me show you. Anybody into birds? Look at the little hairdo. He's got a hairdo. Isn't it good? I don't know what type of bird that is. Anybody know? Do let me know. And look at the colours on this one. That blue is just stunning. I'm going to carry on with my questions. I've been looking them up every so often. I've got a list of all the questions. So this one has actually come from 2 people in sort of stages. They've added more questions. There's one question, then they've added another, and then they've added another. I'm like, stop it. No, I'm kidding. So the question is, how did you and Simon get together, meet? So I ran the New Founder Studios, a music studio, for 7 years. The first 3 years I worked from one room out of the whole building because, well, money really. I wanted to do up the rest of it and use it properly as a rehearsal space, but I needed money to sort of get going. And when you first start any business like that, I was going from teaching at home to teaching in a studio, so I really needed to get people in and kind of invest in the building. So over that period of time I saved the money, and it was hand to mouth for a while. When we lived in Manchester, me, Bill and the kids, before one of the recessions, we got into a little bit of debt. We had the house done up, we had it rendered, we had a new kitchen in and things like that. So when we moved when we moved to Yorkshire, it was tight, very tight. And when I opened the studio, it was even tighter. So I'd literally earn my money for working and then come home and get gas and electricity on the card. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember that? I think that's still a thing. Not for me, luckily. So I had to do that. Anyway, eventually I was able to build up the studio and I got a rehearsal room sorted, and it kind of developed and developed. We then added a reception, a guitar space, a recording booth, extra teaching spaces. So in its busiest we had, I don't know why I say we, it's my studio, we had piano teacher, singing teachers, there were several of us. There was a production teacher, so he also played guitar and teach guitar. So we used to come in and teach people how to produce. We had a full recording studio and booth, so he would use all that to teach people that side of things. We had the band rehearsal room, which was fully soundproofed, and we had loads of cool bands in, Glass Caves, numerous local bands, all rehearsed there at the weekends. And it developed. Anyway, as I was saying, we sort of expanded to the other side of the top of the building as well when someone moved out, and we ended up with a guitar room, and we sold second-hand guitars. Now, how Simon came about was he came in one weekend and wanted to work with someone to record a song that he'd written years ago. I think there was about 4 or 5 songs. He'd been a songwriter for years, but working as a builder, it's not really something that was available to him. And I don't know what it was, but he was like, no, I'm going to go and do it. And he kept coming back. I tried to fob him off to another guy that was working with me, an ex-business partner. That went very south, but anyway. And I kept fobbing him off because I didn't have enough time. It's like, I don't have any more time to work with this guy. But he was determined. And in the end I went, right, okay, I'll work with you. So over a period of maybe 3 or 4 months, every Saturday afternoon he would come in and we worked through all of his songs. We would rewrite the lyrics, because he had what I would call lazy lyrics, repetitive, and nothing catchy. The melodies needed to be changed. Just the layout of the songs, the format of the songs. So I helped him work through all that, and then we recorded them all. And that was his first EP. Through this process, we were just good friends. There was no romance whatsoever. and I was having troubles at home. My marriage broke down. My mum was dying in hospital. She decided she wasn't going to eat anymore after the passing of my dad, and it was a really hard time. And I kind of became close to Simon, not romantically, don't get overexcited, but he was outside of the situation. He wasn't my husband, he wasn't my children, he wasn't my very close family. He was like someone I would see literally every weekend to just work on songs. And it just became someone that I could talk to, which was just fantastic. So after that, my marriage broke up after I came out of hospital, which would have been endocarditis. I ended up in hospital with endocarditis, which is a heart infection. I was there for 3 months. I had to have a PICC lining when I left, so a nurse would come to the house to give me antibiotics. I was not in a good way. That was a struggle, but I came through it. Yet another heart valve, and Simon was just around, you know. After I came out of hospital, there was a good period of time we didn't speak because I was in hospital and the family were around me and all of that. And I would say after maybe 6 months of my marriage breaking down, there was a sort of flicker of romance, and I didn't see it coming because I'd been through such a lot at that time. My mum passed away in the May, and Simon was there for me, and we got together in the June, having split up from my ex the December before. So there we are. So we continued with the studio. Simon did the guitar side, I continued teaching, and then COVID happened. And it just became really difficult to keep the studio running. It was just the overheads, really. Now, the cost of the rent and the stress was a lot. Making sure that all of these teachers were paid, and the people that worked at my reception, because my kids worked at reception and they got paid to do it. I had other people that worked at reception. We had a shop as part of the studio, so it was a lot. And then halfway through COVID, when we had to stay at home, I thought, do you know what? I don't know if I want to go back to that. I loved it, but the pressure, ridiculous. So I quit. We closed the studio, and I opened a little studio in Castleford, which was just one room with a guy that used to rehearse in my studio, and it worked really nicely. So there we are. I'm trying to find the key to open the car door. That's kind of a very long answer to the question, but that's kind of how we met. And now we'll have been together 8 years this June. So each June we try and do a little something, because we're not engaged, we're not married. So we use the day we got together as like a little anniversary type thing. I still speak to my ex on a regular basis. Alex lives with the dad, and we've been through a lot since losing Ellie, so we try and stay in contact. It didn't end in the best way, but I think everybody's happy now. I think we're okay. I best drive to the studio and I will answer more. The studio? To the shop, and I will answer more questions there. Right, it's now 25 to 1. I've just nipped to Asda to get some sushi. Just fancied it. And it's really low in calories and quite satisfying. So anyway, so I've had some sushi. I am working on a granny square children's top because I haven't added anything new for sale in the shop for a little while, crochet and knit wise. So I thought it would create a nice, this particular yarn will create a lovely little top. So this is one side, do the other side, then it'll have arms, etc. It's only small, so it's baby sized really, toddler sized. So I'm going to answer another one of your questions. This question comes from the Pink Zebra. And it says, when are you going to visit South Africa? I have absolutely no idea. I don't have any plans to at the moment, but I think it would be a fantastic place to visit. So I'm going to sign off from this vlog because I've realised it's getting quite long. I haven't answered all the questions yet. I've still got plenty more to do. So I will continue answering the questions in the next vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Get involved in the comments. And if you've got any more questions, let me know and I'll add them to my list. See you in the next one.